So here's the main question though. 2 years from now, 2027, who do you think sits at the top of rap? Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
Based on in 2027, there
how
is
this
no
is gonna
Drake.
play out.
I think Drake is going to go back to acting, and he's going to give up music. He's going against Universal. Like, I think
he has shown zero interest in acting throughout his whole career. So I feel like that opportunity has always been on the table for him to go and be a movie star. And I think he realizes that as soon as he does that, that's putting some space between him and being taken serious as a musician. So I think that the odds of him doing any kind of acting shit are kind of out there. I feel like the thing that Drake really like should do, and I think he knows this, is put out a bunch of dope ass pop records, put out songs, get work with writers, get some amazing songs. Every time I'm out and I hear fucking Kiki, Do You Love Me or whatever, all these classic songs, it's just like, bro, every big hit like that he puts out just puts space between him and this whole fucking thing. The problem is that he's not on good terms with his label, so he's not in a good position to drop music right now. He doesn't want to drop music through them, so I feel like he's kind of falling back. And if it wasn't for this Super Bowl thing, it would kind of feel like he was having relatively smooth sailing at this point. Now, granted, people are still shitting on him for the fact that he's doing this lawsuit and everything like that, but I feel like Drake really just has to get back to dropping dope music. He's just not in a situation where he feels comfortable doing so right now. The question is how long is this thing going to be drawn out in court before he feels comfortable doing so?
Yeah, so who do you think, again, just based on you just being this very smart man who can just use his brain to just predict
I don't think
2 years, 2027.
We haven't seen a lot of evidence that Kendrick can get crazy motion going musically outside of him making a diss about Drake. So for me, it's a little bit hard for me to imagine him being at the top of rap. Could he be in a position like where he's at now, where he streams very well, he puts out records, they're critically acclaimed, people fuck with him for sure. But I mean,
he's at
I would
the top
still,
right now.
I would put my money on Drake.
Well, I just, the only reason why I said I see him being an actor because, one, like you said, he's having problems with his label. That's the machine. You're going against the machine that had your back this whole career, and now you're taking an L, which you never had in your whole career, and you're going against the people who put you out. I just don't see him becoming the biggest guy anymore. I think
he can just leave,
he dug himself a hole.
Listen, he can just leave and go to Sony.
Huh.
And they're, a pretty big infrastructure too.
You got me there.
Right?
I mean, he's still Drake.
I think Kendrick's problem is right now, he has to create a song outside of like the Drake shit. Like even with this new, I mean, come on,
GNX was cool, but was it that? Like, is it really?
Hey now, like
we talked about it so much for a week. And then it's like it's still streaming and shit, but I don't really.
Adam, nah.
I fucked with that GNX.
GNX right now, like
I'm still playing that crazy.
GNX is on the radio. It's doing good, but like it's not. It's not just one of them like classic albums and shit.
What was the last Drake classic album though?
Views of Scorpion, right?
Yeah, I think Drake ain't had a classic album in a minute, but Drake has had classic singles that has just like kept him relevant. I feel like Kendrick is not replacing Drake because he's not like. In the clubs and shit right now.
Yeah, he's not Drake.
Drake gave us so much music for so long that it's going to be hard to replace that. And I think
15
Kendrick
years.
has to he has to just come with some like club bangers and shit. All the like, if he just keep dissing Drake, I don't think it's going to work. I think he needs to
GNX was not about dissing Drake.
It was a whole bunch of Drake's
a little bit, but it wasn't the central theme of it.
No, it wasn't. Not at all.
A normie could listen to that whole album and not think about Drake once.
It seems like, I don't know, it's just the GNX shit just seems like a part two, Not Like Us, without any Drake bars. Like, I don't know. It's just like back in the day, he used to give us like swimming pools and like club bang. I didn't really feel like there was like a hit.
But it's been said by many people that there's going to be a part two to the GNX thing. There is another album coming. It might drop right after the Super Bowl, which timing-wise would make a ton of sense if he just like premieres maybe like a new song during the Super Bowl and then boom, the project drops right after. Kendrick's like really about the timing. You saw that with him dropping those diss records right after Drake dropped his shit. So I feel like there's definitely like some more Kendrick on the way, and I'm sure it'll be impactful because that GNX thing like really most of it was supposed to sound like his best interpretation of what a hot LA street record would sound like right now, and it was dope and people loved it. I feel like he goes more experimental or more sonically divergent from the norm on whatever this next part 2
Who
is.
do you think is going to be big? And answer your question.
No.
There's not a lot of other people besides them two that you could really see in that huge position.
Nah, bro, like, I'll be real. So, okay, for example, right? Like, so we've seen, like, Kendrick Lamar at the height of his powers, right? Which is now, right? And even at the height of his powers now, albeit it was a surprise album, but he only sold like mid 300,000, which is great for most rappers. But Travis Scott outsold you. Drake, listen, bro, 350 for Drake is like a bad year, right?
When the last time he did 350?
Like Drake sold like 4,000. Like his, I
don't pay attention to that.
Listen, bro. So look, and that's why people say, yo, Kendrick Lamar's best year right now isn't even a top 3 Drake year, for example, right? Right. No, look, right? Look.
Right.
If I ask you like to choose between Drake Scorpion year or Kendrick Lamar 2024, you choosing Drake Scorpion year. If I ask you choose between Drake's Views year or again 1 million copies first week or choose Kendrick Lamar's 2024, you choosing Drake's Views year.
Well, it all depends on your taste in music. Like, I think that's your taste.
I don't think
I'm picking Kendrick.
You're about real success, though.
Yes,
you're talking about success. Oh, okay. Well, that's different. Yeah. But like me personally, I like Drake. Yeah. I've never not liked Drake, but I'm not jumping in my car playing Drake.
If I ask you to choose between
it comes on the radio,
Drake's Take Care year or Kendrick Lamar 2024, you choosing Drake's Take Care.
I might as well listen to the weekend.
Choose between Drake's If you're reading this, it's too late. Nigga, you choosing Drake's, right? Like, Drake has had moments and years that have sort of like transcended anything Kendrick Lamar can ever reach that is really hard for us to, like, for example, right?
And that's two different genres of music, I think, man. I think Kendrick is just a rapper. You talking about an actual pop star and Drake.
Kendrick has had big pop hits.
Of course.
Many times over.
Damn was
a lot of them are so long ago. It's kind of
but like I still don't compare the two because it's just like album. I can't compare.
No, right? No, look, and that's why like I'm leaning towards Kendrick because I feel like Drake's success is like working against him. For example, right? Because we're so used to feeling Drake in the culture, and that's mainly because like UMG made sure we felt Drake in the culture. So if Drake goes back to just being a really great rapper with good numbers like 350, 400s. We're gonna just like
you're talking first week.
Yeah, right? Right?
Drake is great.
Right? We will just like subconsciously see that as an L, right? Right? And not be able to like fully explain why we feel like it's an L. Because for example, right, if Drake sells 380,000 copies first week with the Party Next Door, right? Shit, right? It's like, yeah, that's good, Drake, but bro, you didn't like it's not Scorpion.
But it's not an L though. Drake needs that right now, but I don't.
But folks will see it though as an L.
I don't think so. I think if Drake sells 300,000 with Party Next Door, that's decent. I don't think
that's Drake's last album.
That's not gonna be an L.
He had the one with 21 Savage that sold like 400.
Did it really? The 21 Savage album.
Yeah,
okay. That's great.
Look though,
400.
Drake's last album to do under 300 was like the album that he dropped where, oh my God, I've got the name, bro. It was like the pop shit that we all forgot about. Like it was like the rock star shit.
You know what song I heard the other day?
Album.
Was the Sexy Red one with Drake, Rich Baby Daddy Gang, and I was like, damn. And I thought to myself, like, wait, did this come out before or after the Kendrick beef? And then I got reminded that it was kind of like the very tail end of Drake's career before the Kendrick thing took over everything. If Drake even puts out a song like that sounds that good. Yeah, I feel like he's back in business. Like he just needs to drop hits right now. He just can't.
Even like even for like that song though,
Writer's Block
came and debuted it on Billboard and then it fell off like almost immediately, right? So like it wasn't even like a song where people actually like at that time like folks actually like viewed that song as like a flop, right? Because like with Drake, with SZA and Sexy Red and it debuted and then
I liked it.
Dropped. You feel me? Folks just thought, you know.
Maybe the problem with Drake is he's having writer's block. Maybe he needs to get back in good with Quentin Miller.
Face? Did you hear his song No Face he dropped?
Yeah, come on.
Oh, when you hear that shit, there's no writer's block. It's just timing right now is just fucked up for him. Right. Like if you go listen to No Face musically,
I'm gonna make sure I listen to that when I get
he's there. It's just like right now, he just gotta ride this wave of like, all right, after the Super Bowl, I think he can probably pop back out. but he has to just ride this wave. Like it's Kendrick's year.
Shit, maybe he should drop an album the night of the Super Bowl.
That's
fuck
what
everybody.
Man, that's what he
Kendrick
should.
drops his album and Drake's got some shit on lock. But I also, again, I go back to like I don't think Drake wants to drop music with his current label situation. He's not gonna have the building behind him. Whatever, man. People sick of hearing us talk about Drake.